Alpha Tetra Bond, back to basics. The evolution of frameless stencil technology. Stencil technology for surface mount assembly has come a long way since frame stencils began to take over from mesh screens in the early 80s. Mesh-mounted stencils were a vast improvement on their silkscreen predecessors. But as apertures became smaller and pitches became finer, pattern float within the outer frame became a noticeable problem. As the mesh slowly lost its tension during use, it became increasingly difficult to maintain the positional accuracy of the stencil. The introduction of the first frameless foils provided a partial solution to the problem. These systems had two-way tensioning, but the tensioning was in many instances weak and uneven. Positional accuracy remained a problem for small apertures. However, adopting a frameless system saved transport costs and storage space. Up to 5 times as many frameless foils, each individually protected, could be accommodated in the same space. The introduction of the Alpha Tetra system, commercialized by DEC as Vector under license from Cookson, revolutionized frameless stencil technology by introducing 4-way balanced tension, reducing pattern float to previously unheard-of levels, and making repeatable positional accuracy achievable. However, these foils had 4 potential drawbacks. The engagement slots need to be pre-etched, introducing a further wet process stage in the manufacture of the laser cut option. Foils are not rigid in their pre-tension state, making them susceptible to damage when handling and mounting. The tension is not distributed across the foil as evenly as with the original mesh-mounted stencils. And lastly, the naked edge of the foil is perceived by some to be a potential health and safety concern. The first attempt to address these concerns was the Vector Guard, also known as the Alpha VG foil, in which the foil itself is mechanically attached to a subframe that engages with the tensioning frame. This move eliminated the potential health and safety concerns and improved the stiffness of the foil, but the blank still required pre-etched or stamped engagement holes around the edge of the foil. In such a mechanical arrangement, the tension cannot be as uniform as in the original mesh-mounted design, where the stencil was bonded continuously to the mesh, and the mesh bonded in a similar fashion to the substantial frame. Although the subframe improves the rigidity of the foil, there remained potential for handling damage. 14 individual pieces go to make up the Vector Guard foil, a complex arrangement, but to many eyes a quantum step improvement over what had gone before. The final piece in this evolution goes back to basics. The Alpha Tetra Bond system from Cookson, a simple yet elegant system that takes the best facets of all its predecessors to provide a complete solution. Alpha Tetra Bond uses an innovative and proprietary process to direct bond the foil to a thin, safe, and easy-to-handle round-cornered subframe, ready for loading into any existing Tetra, Vector, or Vector Guard system. Being cleverly engineered from a single piece of anodized extrusion, the subframe has vastly enhanced rigidity, making handling, mounting, and demounting easier, and making the foil less susceptible to accidental stretching. Its rounded corners and profile also remove any lingering health and safety concerns. The subframes are black anodized, but for those wishing to identify lead-free stencils, a green anodized option is available. Direct bonding removes the need for pre-etching engagement slots or holes, while providing even tension along all 4 sides of the stencil at the same time. Alpha Tetra Bond, going back to basics, in frameless stencil foils. Call your local Cookson office or agent for a free Alpha Tetra Bond demonstration. In this instance, seeing really is believing. Alpha Stencils, meeting your needs through knowledge, experience, and service.